New at 6, a family frustrated after they say authorities failed to notify them that the person accused of killing their loved one was out on bond.
She's outraged. We're all outraged. You know, our family is very disappointed in the way that things have transpired in the system.
They say what makes it worse, the suspect is also a family member. Domestic violence advocates say the risks are higher when the victim's family isn't told about the suspect's release.
Because the suspect likely knows where the victim or their family lives. But as reporter Andres Gutierrez explains, a local organization is trying to implement a new system to prevent things like this from happening.
Days before New Year's Eve, Desiree Thompson lost her brother Joshua Smith in a fatal shooting at a home in Marshall, Missouri. The accused gunman, his stepfather, James Miller.
Rather than walking out the door and calling law enforcement to handle the situation, he walked to the back of the house and retrieved a gun from the bedroom and came out and shot my brother.
The tragic incident prompted the victim's wife to get an order of protection against Miller. The Saline County prosecutor charged the 55-year-old with second-degree murder. He posted the $500,000 cash-only bond. But court documents show Miller violated his bond conditions after testing positive for cocaine and opioids. Miller's attorneys argued for a second chance. The court agreed. Miller paid an additional $250,000 bond, but no one knew he was out of jail.
She's outraged and she's terrified. I mean, something could have happened in those 24 hours. Her guard was down. She didn't know that he was out. You know, anything could have happened.
The prosecutor told 41 Action News the decision also blindsided him.
Somewhere within the system, somebody should have been notified.
That breakdown in communication is something that the Rosebrook Center is working to prevent in Jackson County.
When we talk about orders of protection with people, it's a layer of protection, but it's not a fail-safe.
The center is partnering up with several law enforcement agencies to adopt a model used in these 6 locations around the country called Blueprint for Safety.
And would mean that each agency handles domestic violence according to the same set of guidelines, and that they're all talking to each other.
The goal is to keep domestic violence victims safe and offenders accountable.
Even just having good communication among agencies can really help solve some of the gaps that we're seeing in the system.
The model will be up and running by the end of this year. Their vision is that others in the area can emulate it. Andres Gutierrez, 41 Action News.
Rose Brooks gave us some 2018 numbers on domestic violence cases in Kansas City. Police filed more than 7,300 reports. In Kansas City alone, nearly 1,900 protection orders were requested, with more than 1,000 being granted.